Today, we're continuing our journey through Peru, heading from Cusco to the historic town of Ollantaytambo before stopping at Aguas Calientes. And tomorrow, the moment we've been waiting for, Machu Picchu. Let's start the journey. We took a taxi from Cusco, which is honestly one of the easiest and most comfortable ways to travel this route. The drive takes about 1.5 to 2 hours. And just like that, we arrive in Ollantaytambo, a town that feels like stepping back in time. Nestled in the sacred valley of the Incas, Ollantaytambo is one of the best preserved Inca towns in all of Peru. What makes it truly unique is that people still live here, in homes built on original Inca stone foundations that are hundreds of years old. Walking through its narrow cobblestone streets, you'll notice the intricate water channels still flowing, an incredible example of Inca engineering that continues to function even today. The people here have a deep connection to their heritage. You'll often see locals dressed in traditional Andean clothing, going about their daily lives just as their ancestors did. There's a strong sense of community, culture, and pride that you can feel in every corner of the town. And of course, we can't talk about Ollantaytambo without mentioning the food. This is the perfect place to try authentic Peruvian cuisine. From warm, comforting dishes like quinoa soup to local specialties like alpaca meat and freshly baked empanadas, everything here feels fresh, hearty, and deeply rooted in tradition. And don't forget to try a cup of coca tea, especially helpful for adjusting to the altitude. But Ollantaytambo isn't just a charming town, it's also historically significant. It was once a royal estate of the Inca Emperor Pachacuti and later became a stronghold during the Spanish conquest. The massive stone terraces and the ruins overlooking the town tell stories of resistance, strategy, and incredible architectural skill. Today, it also serves as the main gateway to Machu Picchu. Most travelers pass through here to catch the train to Aguas Calientes, making it a key stop on this iconic journey. The altitude of Ollantaytambo is 2,700 meters above sea level. The name came from Inca captain Ollantay and from tampu, shelter or resting place. These lodging places were located in strategic places with good communications and a large food reserve. It is also known by the name of tambo to the accommodations or breaks that the settlers used in Inca times. The first chronicler to mention about the town of Ollantaytambo was Pedro Cieza de León, who manifested the looting and destruction of the same in the hands of the conquerors for the ambition of gold in that place. Historically, the term Ollanta refers to the name of a captain of the army of the Pachacuti in the mid-15th century. The house-like structures you see, especially near the top of the terraces, are not typical homes. Most of them were ceremonial, administrative, or storage buildings. Some key types include temple structures. Near the top, you'll find finely cut stone walls that likely belong to sacred spaces like the Temple of the Sun. These were used for rituals and astronomy. Storehouses, these are smaller, often simpler stone buildings used to store food like maize and dried potatoes. They were placed at higher elevations, where cooler, windier conditions helped preserve food naturally. Barracks or elite housing. Some larger enclosures may have been used by priests, nobility, or soldiers rather than ordinary people. In contrast, the actual residential houses in the town below are much simpler, built with rough stones, adobe, and thatched roofs. Many of today's homes still sit on original Inca foundations, which is why the town feels so authentic. Now it's time for the next part of our journey, the train ride. We're heading to Aguas Calientes today, the gateway to Machu Picchu, and tomorrow we finally visit this world wonder. To get there, we're taking the Peru rail from Ollantaytambo. This is one of the most popular and convenient ways to reach Aguas Calientes. There's also Inca Rail, another great option, but personally, I prefer Peru Rail for the overall experience. The train journey itself is something special.
The railway station is a very convenient place for travelers. There are local shops nearby for food, clothes, and other basic necessities. As you see, inside the railway station is super clean, including bathrooms. This place is always crowded by tourists who are traveling to and from Machu Picchu. Amidst the extreme crowd, the maintenance and the cleanliness of this atmosphere is commendable. Out of several countries we've traveled, people in Peru always take my heart. They are extremely respectful, polite, generous, and welcoming people. They never forget to give you the warmest experience in your trip to Peru.
As we leave Ollantaytambo, the landscape slowly transforms, from wide valley views to narrow, lush green canyons. The tracks follow the Urubamba River, and along the way, you're surrounded by towering mountains, cloud forests, and mist rolling through the peaks. It honestly feels like the journey is just as magical as the destination. On the way to Aguas Calientes, we're surrounded by the breathtaking landscapes of the Sacred Valley. Towering green mountains rise on both sides, while the powerful Urubamba River flows alongside the tracks, carving its way through the valley. The further we go, the more dramatic the scenery becomes. Steep mountains, mist-covered peaks, and dense forests slowly replacing the open valley. Along the way, you'll notice something truly fascinating. Scattered across the hillsides are ancient Inca terraces, ruins, and stone structures. These are not just random remains, they are part of a vast network of settlements, agricultural systems, and ceremonial sites that once supported the Inca civilization. Centuries ago, this entire region was alive with activity. The Incas carefully chose these locations, building terraces to grow crops and structures for living, storage, and religious purposes. These communities were deeply connected to the land, relying on advanced knowledge of agriculture, water management, and mountain ecology. Finally, after this incredible journey, we arrive at Aguas Calientes, a small but lively town nestled deep in the mountains. Aguas Calientes, also known as Machu Picchu Pueblo, is the final gateway to Machu Picchu. And for most travelers, this is where anticipation really builds. Aguas Calientes is a modern town that grew almost entirely because of tourism. The town itself is small but lively and full of energy. You'll find narrow streets lined with restaurants, cafes, souvenir shops, and hotels, all catering to travelers from around the world who are here for one reason: to visit Machu Picchu. One of the highlights here is the natural hot springs, which is actually where the name Aguas Calientes comes from, meaning hot waters. Historically, this area wasn't a major Inca settlement like others in the Sacred Valley. It was more of a remote, forested region. The town we see today only developed in the 20th century, mainly after the railway was built to connect visitors to Machu Picchu. Because it's so isolated, with no direct road access, the train is the main way in and out, which adds to its unique, almost hidden feeling. One of the most recognizable landmarks is the statue often referred to as the Viracocha statue. This statue stands prominently in the town and represents Viracocha, the supreme creator god in Inca mythology. According to Inca belief, Viracocha was the deity who created the universe, the sun, the moon, and humanity itself. He was seen as a powerful, almost mysterious figure who emerged from Lake Titicaca and brought order to the world. In simple terms, Aguas Calientes isn't the destination itself, it's the staging point. It's where excitement builds, plans are finalized, and alarms are set early, because the next morning, everything leads to one unforgettable experience: Machu Picchu.